Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a plein air painting demonstration up in the mountains. My name's Maddie. So I like to start off directly in pen. I find when I use pencil, I tend to want to erase things and start and stop all over. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and using pen just really helps me combat that perfectionism, because when I make mistakes, they're just going to be there. I just have to keep going and move forward. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fail. We're all learning here. That's what we're doing.
Angel, sing from above. Everyday void seems turning into love song.
So I'm just adding more details in the foreground and middle ground just to kind of block out the entire scene and get a general overview of what it's going to look like before I add watercolor.
When you press me to your...
And that's about as much detail as I want, so now I'm going to start going in watercolors.
When you speak.
Normally I add the purple at the end, but this time, for whatever reason, I just wanted to go for it. A decision I would regret, but that's okay, because I went back in with the same lighter shade, so it evened out. Usually I start with one layer of the color, and then at the end I'll go back in with the shadow color. Here I'm finishing up the sky. It's really important that it's a smooth and even consistency, which you do by making sure that everything is wet and you don't let the watercolor dry.
1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Now I'm blocking in the base colors in the foreground and middle ground, which is what I should have done in the mountains, but we're gonna ignore that for now. After I put the base coats in, then I'll be able to add more detail like the texture and shadows. I'm starting to add a little more detail in the middle ground by using blues and purples, such as ultramarine blue or ultramarine blue mixed with a pink. And now I'm using my brush to add more texture into the foreground, in the vegetation, and in the background on the mountainside. There's a lot of little bushes, so I'm adding all of these dots. I'm going back in the middle ground to fill up these white spots, and I'm using a Naples yellow with a Hansa yellow medium. Then I'm adding even tinier details like the houses in the hills. I'm adding the windows and little details. I'd like to go back in pen to create a little more definition in some of the areas that has been lost by the watercolor or just too thin of a line that I did earlier. And to add even tinier details like to the houses on the hills and the trees.
Improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above me. Breezes seem to whisper.
And last but not least, I always make sure to sign my work. And here's the final result. Thank you guys for watching.